400x. That's the output multiplier the president of Y Combinator just put on stage. Same brain, same hours. And then he open sourced the system behind it. By the end of this video, you will have his exact 5 steps. And step 1 takes 1 evening. Moment 1 of 7. The thing everyone is waiting for is already in the room.
So now I'll say a version of Spinoza's heresy, updated 400 years later. Everyone is watching the sky, and the thing they're watching for is already in the room. It doesn't look like a god. It looks like infrastructure, a terminal window, a folder of Markdown files, a job that finishes while you sleep, spread through everything, which is exactly where Spinoza told you to look. AGI isn't arriving as an event, it's arriving diffused as your agent, running on your context, doing your work. I call it personal AGI, not artificial general intelligence for everyone all at once, general intelligence for one person, you.
That's Garry Tan. He runs Y Combinator. This is his closing startup school talk uploaded this morning. Same stage as Jensen, Claude Code's creator, and Alexander Wang. All broken down here. Links below. Moment 2. The $20 chatbot you're renting is not this.
I do not mean a chatbot you pay $20 a month to. I do not mean a slightly better autocomplete. I do not mean an assistant that knows your calendar and nothing else. That's just a subscription you rent. It's a corporate AGI you don't own. It resets when you close the tab. It knows what everyone else already knows. And when the company behind it pivots, your so-called assistant gets a lobotomy on someone else's schedule.
A rented assistant resets. An owned one compounds. An asset he says everyone in that arena could have by Monday. Moment 3. The receipt. In 2013, he shipped 14 lines a day, dead on median. Watch him attack his own number.
Full effort. This year I run YC full-time, same brain, same hours, plus a 5 o'clock kid pickup. I did the math on my output, and I'm at about 400x what I did in 2013. Now, before the skeptic in row 3 deflates that number for me, let me deflate that for myself. You don't trust the raw lines of code? Fine. Apply the most pathological verbosity penalty you can stomach and assume the agent writes bloated code. Assume half of it is scaffolding. Assume I'm flattering myself, which is always a live possibility. It's still 8x at the absolute floor and 10 times that in the middle of the range. The number is large no matter how you torture it.
Even the hostile floor, 8x, is a different career. Moment 4. Why it works. Memory. You hold 7 things in your head. His agent holds this.
An AI agent, though, holds 1 million tokens. That's about 1,000 pages. 3 Harry Potter books sitting open on its head all at once. And it can find a needle in any of them and synthesize across all 3 in seconds. 3 Harry Potter books versus 7 digits.
Fact check. GBrain. Real. Free. 28,000. GitHub stars since April. GStack. He said 100. 23,000 stars. We pulled the GitHub API today and it is now past 126,000. Top 100 ever confirmed. The 220,000 pages live in his private repo. That stays his claim. If this just saved you an hour, subscribe. It's free. Or hit join here or supporter on Facebook. Now, Markdown becomes code. Moment 5. This has stopped being an engineer thing, and the proof is what YC's own finance team did.
Especially now, Markdown is actually code. If you can write clear instructions in English, you're a programmer. The compiler is a language model. And that's why it's not just for engineers anymore. At YC, our media people, events staff, finance team, people who never open a terminal in their lives are building skill files and scheduled jobs. One of our finance folks compiled about 100 Excel workbooks into a single app she built with an internal agent. She's not a programmer, she's a manager of agents now. Everyone is about to be.
Cross receipt. Alexander Wang, same stage. Said Meta's swarm is skills, markdown files, and cron jobs. Gary's version, Markdown, not magic. Fat skills, thin harness. 5 for 5 at Y Combinator, Jensen, Boris, Jeff Dean, Wang, and now the man who funds them all. Moment 6, the exact 5 steps. And if 220,000 pages sounds impossible, here is where his library actually started.
Not 220,000 pages. It was a folder. It was a few Markdown files about the companies I was working with and the people I kept emailing. And the library got big the same way anything gets big. A little every day, compounding, with agents doing the filing. Nobody builds the warehouse first. First, you build one shelf.
So here are the 5 steps. Screenshot this. 1. Tonight, run one agent on your machine. Claude Code, Codex, or OpenClaw with GBrain. Any of them does 99% of this. 2. This weekend. One folder, a markdown page per project and per person. The things only you know. 3. Take the weekly task you hate most and write your first skill file. When the agent gets it wrong, the correction goes into the file. 4. Put it on a schedule so work finishes while you sleep. 5 is the discipline that separates compounders from dabblers.
Forever. I'll say it the way I say it at YC. If you have to ask for something twice, you failed. The person who captures what they learn gets smarter every single day. The person who wakes up every morning with amnesia, well, that's a waste of your time, and it's sort of
Capture everything you learn forever. Last moment. The reason he gave this talk at all. Who owns your judgment?
one variable. So this is the doctrine, and I want you to be able to repeat it tomorrow. I believe skill files are yours. Own your skills, because if you don't, your job becomes a skill file.
His example. Maya, a support engineer. 2 years, 40 skill files, her judgment written down and executable. In her repo, she changes jobs and it compounds forever. In the company's repo, she leaves with nothing. It runs her judgment without her. Same files, one variable. Who controls them?
When Spinoza died, they inventoried the room. 2 pairs of pants, 7 shirts, a lens lathe, 160 books. And the ethics, locked in a desk. He owned almost nothing, and nobody ever controlled his skill files. The desk drawer was his repo. Own yours like he owned his.
Recap. A GI arrives diffused, a terminal, a folder, a job that runs while you sleep. Rented resets, owned compounds. 8x at the hostile floor. Memory is the mode. Markdown is code. 5 steps. Starting tonight and own your skill files or your job becomes one. It's all in the Skillify Pack. A free PDF, the 5-step checklist, copy-paste skill file templates, including his compendium pattern, every quotation timestamp to the full talk and the fact-check receipts. Comment Skillify and our assistant sends it, or hyperautomationlabs.co/free/Skillify. Real talk. 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free, and it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. Starting from zero, beginner guides below. Claude Code, Codex, Cowork Sales, Architect Prep, step by step. Jensen, Boris, Jeff Dean, and Wang. Breakdowns linked to your 90 days, week 1 a toy, week 4 the flywheel catches, week 12 the library answers before you finish asking. Garry gets the last word.
Spinoza closed the Ethics, the book that had to be smuggled out in a desk, with 9 words. All things excellent are as difficult as they are rare. The difficulty just collapsed. The rarity is now up to you. Go and build. Thank you.